Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SPASRO. Subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. If your birth on this information, kindly comment your name, so let other know about it, let other connect with you. For personalized horoscope or astrology report, contact us by email, which we provide in the description. Format to send us an email: your name, date of birth, month of birth, year of birth, time of birth, location of birth, with country and full-size photo view. Check description for the updated offer and payment for services which we provide. Today we are going to see about people who birth on any year/any month birthday profile. Birthdays are fun, and additionally they may be informative. Astrologically, each day factors a hard and fast of influences that make contributions to developing a man or woman. This is uniquely yours and yours by myself. The birthday number. The birthday is a assisting heaven effect on introduced to the life path. Think of it as a modifier to the life path. These are developments that you brought into this existence. Masses as with the greater crucial and dominating inclinations confirmed through the life path. Any year, any month. The birthday number 11. Your birthday quantity is 11. You are very idealistic and own an amazing deal of instinct. Your intuition is so keen, in fact, which you might make a pleasant counselor and or healer. You seem to apprehend human beings earlier than they screen their internal being themselves. And in popular, you have an appreciation for what motivates humans. You are incredibly touchy, emotional, and reactive. You bruise without difficulty from the complaint of others, and may take the time getting better from such slights. You may be very inspiring. You possess the traits of a visionary and are often capable of excite others along with your thoughts for a higher global. Your intuition and sensitivity lead you unavoidably towards philosophical and idealistic interests. You generally tend to inspire humans to move in a particular direction, or adopt new methods of dwelling. Your presence is galvanizing. You have a good buy of leadership potential as well, but your lifestyle stands more as an example for others, in preference to for sustained or orderly leadership. You prefer to let human beings soak up their very own struggles as soon as you've got help point the manner, instead of be directly involved inside the daily activities of leadership. You have a notable deal of willpower. Once you put your thoughts on your purpose, you will commit yourself totally to it. Your sensitivity, but, makes your life a bit bumpy at times. You are exceptionally aware of what others assume, and, whether or not you care to confess it or no longer, the thoughts of others remembered to you. You have to work tough to maintain your very own center inside the emotional storms you encounter. You work properly with others, regularly inspiring them with the aid of your instincts and your idealism. You do now not do nicely in the business world, except perhaps within the function of guide. Your thoughts works intuitively, instead of rationally. Your thoughts and actions tend to be dramatic. You discover and clear up issues specifically via intuition. You are greater a dreamer than a doer. You experience pretty a piece of worried anxiety and should use proper dietary practices, particularly the avoidance of too much fat and sugar and the inclusion of minerals within the diet. If you want to preserve the fitness of your fearful machine, you are concerned with the nicely being of mankind and are looking for to make the sector a better location. Birthday number 11. People born underneath number 11 have a deep intuition and they are pretty a lot idealistic, highly emotional, touchy to the whole thing. It isn't always easy for them to tolerate criticism. Fine non-secular corporation directs them to the contemplation of the sector's concord and reflection on the manner to perfection. They are able to create new possibilities to recognize their abilities and try to obtain their dreams. Their noticeably innovative interest is usually a massive assist to the others. People of range 11 are constantly interested in many complicated troubles. Once once they directed their mind on a certain intention, they're capable of completely commit themselves to obtain it. Their existence is greater like an example to the others than a real help. Mostly they're no longer a consistent tutors, however they're able to provide every so often very useful directing commands. They paintings at the troubles and clear up them, broadly speaking, by way of instinct. They are observant, able to draw close all the details on the fly. Many human beings of wide variety 11 have psychic abilities. These human beings have all characteristics of a healer and comforter. In addition to the preference to help others in all conditions, they are a form of spiritual courses for lots of human beings, assisting them to find the internal peace and desire. Thoughts and emotions of others are an open book for them. They get alongside well with humans. They're diplomatic in their statements. They've herbal tact. Mental health has the utmost importance for them, and consequently they cannot tolerate loud and noisy people. Frightened conditions in their thoughts and movements. They tend to dramatization. Sometimes they're very stubborn of their judgments and movements. People of wide variety 11 need to attempt to earthen their mind and discover ways to take gain in their unique sensitivity. Emotional traits. In their emotional and sexual life, humans of number 11 are now and again contradictory. They have a huge urge for food and sexual energy, but they do no longer like any problems. They are too shy to are seeking pleasure in their goals, and on the same time, very sincere and faithful. They can undergo the betrayal in addition to defeat. No matter how shy they will appear, people of number 11 in no way accept any help from anyone. They love their independence, and excessive amount of this function comes of root from the doubled number 1. But let's not neglect that ones are giving us wide variety too, with its shyness and sensitivity. And that's how we have to understand a man's of number 11. Anyone who is willing to deal with the number 11 need to hire turn out to be a monument of staying power and tact. They ought to look at how to expose support without showing it. Not an clean undertaking, isn't it? If number 11 will suspect, which you take him as a weak individual, he might be seriously insulted and will without delay rejects your support. Friends and spouses of such humans need to be capable of being leaders, while important, and followers, when required. The predominant issue here is to recognize, while you should lead and whilst you should comply with. In addition, the accomplice of number 11 should be smart and capable of communicate on a spiritual degree. These people want to be recommended, then they'll no longer fall into despair or melancholy. They are pretty unpredictable sometimes, but it's miles a wonderful satisfaction to speak with them in any respect degrees. In addition, those born under number 11 are able to genuinely respect your tact, loyalty and sincerity. Number 11 in trendy is a terrific number. As long as human beings born under number 11 are preventing their depressions and broaden self-assurance, they're the guaranteed F having a very good lifestyles. They are very active and they are usually ready to put into effect their plans. Missed possibilities should now not discourage them. They need to expand patience and preserve their goals at the leash. People of number 11 ought to stay far away from the unreasonable goals and remain within certain limits. Here they'll want help from their cherished ones who tactfully and diplomatically must direct them from the facet of unrealizable goals on a direction wherein there may be greater possibilities to prevail. You are perfectionist and feature genuinely evolved internal feeling. You can rely on your intuition absolutely and even strive yourself as a counselor or psychologist. You realize what is at the mind of others whilst they're simplest shaping their mind into phrases. You sense their real motives and it lets you count on their movements. Your spectrum of feelings is simply extensive and also you constantly react on moves of others. However, not everybody is typed to you and also you feel actually horrific after someone's negative phrase is closer to you. People like you are very inspirational. You are effortlessly inspired and it is contagious. Your ideas have a potential to be elevated via other human beings, as you can be an actual motivation or others. Some people find out the reality of lifestyles through the revel in, However, you intuitively know a way to act on this or that scenario without experience. At the back of your superpower is to expose human beings the range in their opportunities, to marvel and encourage them to do matters they might have never dared to dream about earlier. Than you are an inspirational person. However, you cannot supply instructions on how to do things. You direct humans. However, all of the movements and selections are as much as their choices in existence. You are very regular. As soon as you need something, you recognize you should work for it. It is in your nature to bring the whole lot on your personal circumstance of ideal. Your touchiness makes lifestyles difficult for you time after time. You cannot forestall being concerned about what different people suppose. You need to analyze yourself, why it is so important for you and why it hurts you. You must be a center of your lifestyles, and also you need to work for your self-esteem and preserve on inspiring others. Your shortcomings: you aren't the satisfactory participant in monetary and business sphere. Due for your emotionality, you cannot stay cool and analytic when a few extreme decisions need to be made, and your emotions be triumphant over your mind. You are an intuitive man or woman instead of pragmatic. You owe most of solved conflicts for your instinct and now not to your revel nor talent. Also, you have a tendency to dream greater than to do. You need to take care of your weight loss program. Pay specific attention to the quantity of sugars and macronutrients in your weight reduction plan.